Okay, good. Okay, nah, last week we discussed about wave, yeah, and then this is the definition of wave, and usually we call it by progressive wave, yeah, motion of vibration or wave transferring energy without matter, yeah. And there are many kind of wave, and for today we only focus on both of transverse and longitudinal. Nah, transverse wave can be defined maybe in a simple word as a perpendicular wave. Yeah, you see here, this is the full definition of transverse wave, which the medium moves at right angles to the direction of wave. And this is the part of wave, yeah. And this is as crest, or maybe you can say as hill, and through as a valley, yeah. And then this is the graph of transverse wave, which this is the position of crest, and this is position of through. Okay, the lowest point, and this is the highest point. And then you can produce the transverse wave use this way, yeah. This is true, and you can create a vibration by your hand like this, yeah, and then you vibrate this rope, so that this rope will like a pattern of transverse wave, yeah, which has a crest and through here. Okay, and then longitudinal wave, yeah, we can say as parallel wave because this wave, yeah, the medium moves back and forth in the same direction as the waves. Okay, and then the part of longitudinal wave, compression and refraction. Compression the condition where the particles are close together, meanwhile refraction where the particles are spread apart. Nah, and this is, yeah, you can produce the longitudinal wave, use these tools, tunnel fork, yeah, tunnel fork, yeah, you just vibrate this, and then it will yield the pattern of longitudinal wave, which has a compression here, the black area, yeah, and then the blue area is rarefaction. Okay, and then, yeah, in other way you can use Slinky, yeah, to produce a pattern of longitudinal waves. And you see here, this is a compression, okay, the darker side, and the lighter side is a rarefaction, which is the particles spread apart. Okay, nah, this only the introduction of transverse wave and longitudinal wave. Yeah, the only definition of them and the visualization, the pattern of wave, yeah, just different, the differences pattern of longitudinal and transverse wave, but the formula is the same, yeah, all of formula here. Okay, you see that the characteristic of wave, amplitude, frequency, and wavelength, yeah, and then in phase and phase difference. I just want to remind you that the amplitude is the highest point of wave. Now, this is the position of amplitude, and amplitude can be positive and negative. It depends on the position. Yeah, you see here, this is a positive amplitude because, yeah, this is positive area, meanwhile this is negative area, so this means the amplitude will be negative. But this number and this number are the same. For an instant, let's say the amplitude is 3 centimeter, So this means the lowest amplitude is the same as the highest here, yeah, minus 3 centimeter. Okay, I think it's easy. Yeah, it's easy to determine amplitude of single wave like this. And then frequency. Now, I hope you can distinguish between n and here and lambda. Yeah, because lambda is the length of wavelength. Yeah, the length of one wavelength. Now, I told you the way you determine one wavelength in a single wave pattern like this, yeah, or maybe we call one cycle. Yeah, one cycle means one wavelength is the same. Okay, nah, with okay, wait. Okay, let's say I told you one wavelength, yeah, one wavelength is start from here, yeah, consists of hill and one valley. Okay, so this is one wavelength, and then you can see the exact same point from this wave to the next wave. Yeah, for an instance like this position to this position. Now start from here, this is one wavelength. Okay, or start from here, finish here. Okay, yeah, this is one wavelength. Okay, yeah, one wavelength means the length from this side to this side. Okay, or maybe start from here to here, and then start here to here. Okay, the length between point. Yeah, so that this is wavelength. Meanwhile, n is numbers of wavelength. Like this figure, there are 1, 2. Okay, in this single pattern of wave, there are consist 2 wavelength. Yeah, 2 wavelength, not length. Okay, because if we talk length, means the distance from here to here. Okay, but if we talk about the n, yeah, you just mention how many wavelength in a single pattern. Okay, like this figure, there are only 2 wavelength. Okay, so this means n equals 2. Okay, now, but if we talk about wavelength has the units, yeah, has the units. Yeah, usually we state units of wavelength in meter. So if the question asks you about the length of wavelength, so you have to state in centimeter or maybe meter. Yeah, usually we use meter. Okay, now for an instance, let's say this is 0, and this is 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay, now it will different. You will answer different. Yeah, when the questions. Let's say the questions ask you about the n. Yeah, I told you n is 2. Okay, because in this single pattern there are consist 2 wavelength. But if the questions ask you about the length of lambda, remember that the lambda is one wavelength. Yeah, one wavelength start from this one, this side to this side. So the answer of lambda is 6. Okay, yeah, only start from here to here. If your answer is 12, it's wrong. Okay, yeah, remember that the lambda is only one wavelength. Yeah, only one wavelength. One wavelength. Okay, the length of one wavelength. Nah, that is lambda. Okay, nah, and then this is the figure of, what is this? Longitudinal wave. Okay, longitudinal wave. Like transverse wave, yeah. If the transverse wavelength start from maybe one hill and then one valley, yeah, you can see the exact same point between wave. Then the longitudinal wave, yeah, you see the exact same point. I mean, like this, yeah, this is one wavelength you see. Yeah, this is the, what is this? Compression, yeah, and this is rarefaction area, and this is compression. Okay, now if you start from compression, it will finish at compression. Okay, so we call this as one wavelength. If you start from rarefaction, it should be finished at this position, yeah, rarefaction. Okay, so it's this is this way how we determine the one wavelength from the pattern of longitudinal wave. Okay, now until this explanation, is anyone still confused about the determination of wavelength? No? Okay, great. And then continue about in phase and phase difference. Now I told you that the in phase is when the crest and through of two waves are aligned. Okay, meanwhile phase difference, yeah, where crest and through are not aligned. Now, I told you that the visualization of phase difference. Okay, next. And by the way, this is the formula of phase difference. Yeah, you just choose which one. Like delta x means the distance, yeah, the distance between 2 points. Let's say like what is the phase difference, yeah, between this point and this point. Okay, nah, like this. Nah, this is delta x. Yeah, let's say from this point to this point. Let's say the distance between 2 points is 2 centimeter. So you just substitute here, yeah, delta x is 2 centimeter. Now lambda is length of one wavelength, I told you, yeah, and 2 pi. Now by the way, for phase difference and in phase, yeah, you can state, you can express the final result in maybe radian or maybe in degree. Okay, yeah, if radian, yeah, so you have to write like this, yeah, consists pi here like this, 2 pi in radian. But if the questions want you to express in degree, so you have to convert this, yeah, this symbol pi to degree. As we know that pi is 180 degree, right? Nah, 180 degree. Okay, so you have to convert to degree. Now, you see here that the variable are different. This is consists of the distance between 2 points and then length of one wavelength. Meanwhile, the second one consists of a change of time, yeah, and then divide by period. Okay, and then the last one, yeah, and this is a velocity of or speed of wave. Yeah, you can determine the speed of wave. Use this formula. V equals what is this? Frequency times lambda. Okay, remember frequency times lambda. Now frequency units hertz. Okay. Now, and then if the questions told you about the period, yeah, it doesn't matter because the link between frequency and period stated by this formula, Yeah, this means frequency equals 1 period. So you just substitute this equation to this variable. Okay, so this means when the period told by the questions, so you just divided the lambda by period. Okay, by the way, for period, the units is second, the same as time. Okay. Nah, then I think just this, yeah. What frequency, velocity, and wavelength, and also phase difference. So there are maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 formula, yeah, in this chapter. Okay, not chapters, but the topic only waves, yeah, because next we will, in this chapter consists of 3 topics, yeah. Waves, the first wave is the second, the Doppler effect, and the last is spectrum of electromagnet. So we will learn all of them, but for today we are focused on this topic, yeah. Now until this explanation, is any questions? If no, yeah, yeah, by the way, we discussed this last week. Nah, I just reminds you that if the questions ask about period, yeah, so make sure the x component variable is about time. Okay, so from this graph, we can find the period or maybe frequency. Yeah, but if the questions want you to find the wavelength, just make sure that the x component is about the distance. Okay, but you have to notice the units of distance here. Yeah, if the distance unit centimeter, this means you have to convert it into meter. Okay, yeah. Okay, nah, just that. Wait a minute. So this means we have to start to do exercise. Okay. Nah, start from number 1. I think this is easy. So just 1 minute, and then you have to choose which one correct, and then I will start to ask you. Yeah, you see here that longitudinal wave travels through a long spring. The spring is shown at 1 instant. What is wavelength of the wave? A, B, C, or D? Okay, 1 minute from now. Oh. Okay. And what is the answer of these questions? Maybe I want to ask to Farel. Farel?
Yes, Mister.
So what is your answer?
Is it B?
B. Okay. I will keep your answer. Thank you. And then the second, I wanna ask to Fahreza.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what is your answer?
Answer is B, sir.
B.
Yes,
Why? You answer B.
because I look at the picture and I think it's B because it starts on the same uh, ya sama lah bisa kita.
Yes, good. Yeah. So what about D? Nah, actually A is 1/2 wavelength. Yeah, one half wavelength, and B is wavelength. Yeah, because start and finish at the same point. Okay, start from here and finish at here point. Okay, yeah, so actually the answer is B. Meanwhile, C is 1.5, yeah, 1.5 wavelength. Okay, and then D is 2 wavelength. Okay, consists of 1 wavelength, yeah, and then 1 wavelength more. So the answer of these questions is B. Okay, yeah, I think it's easy. And then next, nah, you see here that a wave here, the graph shows the variation times and displacements. What is the frequency of waves? Okay, I give you 5 minutes from now. Okay, finish. Then first I wanna ask to Indira Meta. What is your answer?
D, Mister.
B.
D.
Oh, D.
7.5.
Okay. Thank you. And next, how about Vanessa?
7.5, sir.
Oh, the same. Yeah. Okay, let's try to finish these questions. Yeah, you see here. Yeah, the questions say the graph shows the variation with time of the displacement. Okay, variation time and displacement. Now, the x component or x-axis is about time and y-axis about displacement. Now, for these questions, the questions want to know about the frequency of wave. Nah, frequency of wave can be we can use this formula, yeah. Frequency is n per time, okay, and is numbers of wavelength in once in a single wavelength here, or maybe you can determine n equals to 1, yeah, equals to 1, then the time. Now you just see in one cycle what is time needed in one cycle, okay, one cycle start from here, yeah, and then finish at here, yeah. Then but the time is not exact at this point, yeah, and then let's try, or maybe, yeah, wait a minute. By the way, it so many ways to find the frequency in this pattern of wave. How many waves in this? Let's start from this 1, yeah, and then 2, and then 3, and then 3/2, and then stop until this point. Okay, now this point is 3.5 lambda. Okay, and start from this to this point is 1/2 lambda. Okay, so this means you just add this number by this number, yeah, 3.5 plus 0.25, yeah, and then it will equals 3.75 lambda. Okay, so this means in 0.5 minutes in 0.5 minutes, yeah, the time is 0.5 minutes and is 3.75. Okay, so this means you just divide this number by this number, yeah, and then this equals to 75, yeah, 7.5. Yes. No, wait. Yes, 7.5 hertz. Oke, good. Ya, correct answer. Nah, actually there are many ways. Yeah, I told you. For an instance like this, maybe for this time you see start from this to 0.5 point, and then it doesn't matter if you want to calculate just to this. Yeah, I mean you just see the wavelength start from this point, then finish to this point only. Yeah. Nah, how many wavelength? This is one wavelength. Yeah. Sorry, 1/2 wavelength. And this is 1/4 wavelength. And then start from blue point to this. Let's say this is point A to B. Yeah. 1/2 plus 1/4, and this 1/2 plus 1/4, and this equal to 8, ya. No, 4. 4, 2 plus 1. So this equals 3.4. And then the time only 0.1. So in 0.1, only 3/4 lambda. Okay, now you can use this formula, n per time. Okay, and 3/4 is 0.75 divided by 0.1, and this equals 0.5 hertz. Yeah, you can use this way or maybe this way. It's okay because as you can see, yeah, we obtained the same final result. Nah, jadi kalau sebenarnya kalau untuk frekuensi itu banyak cara ya. Terserah kalian pengen ngambil n-nya berapa gitu. Asal waktunya tepat. Maksudnya gini. Kalau kita ngambil 1 lambda kan di sini ya, kita nggak tahu nih di sini tuh berapa gitu kan. 0,12, 0,15 kah gitu kan. Nah, di sini tuh nggak tepat gitu. Nah, maka jangan ngambil 1 lambda gitu. Nah, intinya kalian sebenarnya bisa ngambil sampai sini nih. Sampai sini aja juga bisa. Ya, kalau dari sini sampai sini bisa kalian lihat itu ada 1,5 lambda, ya kan? Ada 1,5 lambda ditempuh 0,2 detik. Ya kan? Ya udah, berarti kalian kerjain aja. 1,5 dibagi 0,2. Nah, itu bakal sedapat yang sama juga. Hasilnya 7,5. Gitu. Sebenarnya kalau frekuensi di titik manapun itu nilainya sama karena dia konstan gitu ya. Kayak contoh saya mau ngambil dari sini ke sini doang. Nah, dari sini ke sini tuh kita udah ngitung ya. Ini setengah lambda. Dari sini ke sini 1/4 lambda. Ditambahin hasilnya 3/4 ya. Terus 3/4 dibagi 0,1. Jadi berapa banyaknya n-nya, nah itu harus ditepatin sama waktunya, kayak gitu ya. Kalau mau sampai sini juga bisa tinggal kalian hitung dari sini ke sini tuh berapa n-nya, kayak gitu ya. Ini kan 1, 2. Nah, 2 tambah 1/4 berapa tuh? 2,25 ya. 2,25 dibagi 0,3. Nah, atau mungkin mau sampai sini, boleh. 1, 2, 3. Nah, n-nya 3, time-nya 0,4. Kayak gitu ya. Jadi banyak cara, terserah kalian sih, nggak harus sampai full. Nggak harus sampai full ya. Tergantung dari kalian enaknya semana. Kayak gitu. Nah, itu untuk frekuensi. Sampai sini ada yang mau ditanyain? Nggak ada? Oke, kalau begitu next. Okay, what is the answer of these questions? Okay, so let's try to Nashua Gustia.
Yes, sir.
So what is the answer?
I think it's D.
2.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, thank you. And then how about Alia?
My answer is also 2, sir.
2. Okay, why by the way? Alia, why?
Saya sebenarnya agak kurang yakin juga, Mister. Tapi kan katakan maksimum upwards ya. Terus saya lihat yang paling
Yes.
di wave itu yang paling atas tuh yang ada di distance-nya 2 meter.
So, okay. Thank you, Alia, for alasannya. And then maybe the last Fazil. Fazil,
My answer is delta, Mister.
kenapa delta?
Karena yang di pilihannya yang paling tinggi itu yang 2 meter.
Oke, ya sebenarnya ini sih secara logika juga bisa sih ya. Maksudnya saya pikir kita disuruh nyari velocity, ternyata cuma nentuin doang gitu ya. Ya, kalau dilihat dari gambar sih emang ini sih nggak usah terlalu mikir lama-lama ya, karena dia kan mintanya maksimum upward velocity ya, bukan horizontal velocity. Dan dia maksimum itu kan kalau di sini itu adanya di titik 2 ya, di titik 2. Iya benar. Ya benar jawaban kalian semua ya emang 2, karena di sini titik maksimumnya atau bisa dibilang sebagai titik mencapai amplitudo ya, amplitudonya gitu di sini mungkin. Dan maksimum upward velocity itu mungkin sama aja kayak amplitudo atau si highest point-nya kayak gitu. Pada saat dia sampai amplitudo tuh di titik berapa gitu loh ya. Nah, di titik 2 gitu. Kalau di titik 1 sama 3 ya itu adalah titik terendah amplitudonya gitu, minimum ya. Dan juga kalau di 3 ini dan di 1 itu adalah ya titik terendahnya gitu. Ya, berarti jawabannya yang ini nggak perlu pakai perhitungan ya. Coba next. Nah, coba next this try. Oke. Ya, siapa yang udah jawab? Coba Nazira. Nazira, jawabannya apa Nazira?
I think it's C, sir.
C.
Ya.
Oke. Terus kalau Kayla, jawabannya berapa? Kayla,
C juga, Mister.
C juga. Oke. Caranya gimana Kayla? Kai?
Tinggal di ituin aja, Mister.
Diapain? Hah? Diapain Kai?
Di convert.
Di convert. Oke. Oke, thank you. Oke, jadi di sini kan dia bilang kayak periode dari gelombang elektromagnetik adalah 1,0 nanosecond gitu kan. Nah, frekuensi wavelength-nya berapa? Sebenarnya sih ini oh iya, kamu belum belajar ini. Ya udah deh. Gini sebenarnya. Kan di sini kan dia ngasih tahu bahwa bahwa si gelombang elektromagnetnya itu punya periode gitu kan. Nah, berarti sebenarnya sih dari periode kalian bisa dapat si frekuensi ya karena rumusnya berhubungan gitu kan. Nah, dari sini kayak periodenya kan 1 nanosecond. Nah, basis nano itu kan 10-9, berarti periodenya adalah 10⁻⁹ second. Nah, dari rumus ini kita bisa dapat frekuensi, ya kan? Frekuensi kan rumusnya 1 per periode. Nah, periode ini kita dapatnya segini. 1 per 10⁻⁹, ya kan? Ya udah, berarti tinggal dikatasin kan? Berarti kalau di bawah negatif, ke atas positif gitu kan. Jadi 10⁻⁹ Hz. Nah, udah berarti untuk frekuensinya yang ini, yang C nih. Yang lain salah. Udah gitu doang ya. Lalu kita coba buktiin untuk yang wavelength-nya benar nggak nih 0,3 gitu kan. Gimana caranya? Nah, sebenarnya ya kalau ini mungkin bisa diingat-ingat ya kalian. Kalau kita ngomongin elektromagnet, ya kita ngomongin tentang gelombang-gelombang, bukan gelombang ya, mungkin objek tercepat di bumi gitu ya. Bukan di bumi sih. Ya deh, di bumi dan di alam semesta mungkin ya. Kayak dia itu memiliki kecepatan yang udah mutlak gitu ya. Yang disebutnya sebagai C. C ini adalah kecepatan cahaya. Karena cahaya itu termasuk gelombang elektromagnet ya, maka semua gelombang-gelombang elektromagnet itu kita menganggapnya sama dengan kecepatan cahaya. Nah, mungkin di sini karena saya ngambil dari past paper ya, jadi menganggap bahwa kalian tuh udah tahu elektromagnet speed-nya ya, ini speed of light ya. Nah, speed of light ini punya kecepatan yang mutlak ya, ini paling cepat. Nggak ada satupun benda di dunia ini yang mempunyai kecepatan sama kayak dia. 3 kali 10⁻⁸ meter per second. Ya, jadi bisa dibilang C itu sama aja kayak V. Apa sih V? Kecepatan. Gitu ya. Dan kita bisa pakai rumus V di sini. Gitu ya. V-nya adalah 3 kali 10⁻⁸. F-nya yang udah kita dapetin 10⁻⁹. Nah, ini wavelength-nya. Gitu kan. Nah, ini berarti wavelength-nya 3 kali 10⁻⁸ dibagi sama 10⁻⁹. berarti hasilnya kayak 3 kali 10 min 1 gitu kan. Ya udah berarti 0,3 meter. Nah, itu dia pembuktiannya. Nah, di sini beruntung aja karena frekuensinya yang 10 pangkat 9-nya cuman 1 biji. Kalau misalkan ada 2 ya, kayak misalkan ini 10 pangkat 9 juga, nah itu kalian berusaha menentukan satuannya gitu. Nah, ini harus diingat juga ya. Kalau kita ngomongin elektromagnet, harus punya ingatan ke speed of light yang dimana kecepatannya 3 kali 10 pangkat 8. Ya. Nah, ini C sama dengan V karena sama-sama kita ngomongin kecepatan gitu ya. Nah, jadi mungkin itu aja ya pertemuan kita pada hari ini. Sekali lagi mungkin gini ya. Kita kan cuman ketemunya bentaran-bentaran doang nih ya, kayak per hari itu cuman 1 jam gitu kan. Nah, jadi saya harap kalian jangan berpaku sama, maksud saya fisikanya ya cuman ketika kita belajar aja gitu. Ketika kita nggak ada belajar ya udah nggak belajar gitu kamunya maksudnya. Nah, jangan kayak gitu ya. Kenapa? Karena kalau kalian lihat kan di sini saya cuma ngebahasnya satu soal gitu kan. Karena waktu kita juga nggak banyak gitu. Nah, jadi saya harap kalian bisa belajar juga sendiri ya, kayak searching di internet gitu, di YouTube atau media apapun, terserah enaknya gimana. Nah, untuk memperdalam gitu. Jadi jangan mengandalkan di sesi ini aja gitu, karena saya cuma mengambil kayak satu contoh soal, satu soal latihan. Jadi saya rasa kalau kalian merasa kurang, ya kalian bisa belajar sendiri di internet. Jadi jangan mengharapkan di pelajaran ini aja gitu untuk bisa lebih familiar dengan bentuk-bentuk soalnya. Kalau dan saya juga punya ini juga ya, maksudnya kayak punya jangka waktu, misalkan jangka waktunya sebulan untuk satu bab full, ya udah sebulan gitu loh. Jadi kalau misalkan kalian sebelum ulangan masih ngerasa kayak belum paham, nah itu harus belajar sendiri gimana cara-caranya. Dan saya oke-oke aja kalau misalkan kalian ketika lagi belajar gitu ya, nanya ke saya gitu. Kalau misalkan saya lagi megang HP, insya Allah saya balasnya fast respon ya. Kalau misalkan lagi nggak megang ya mohon maaf agak lama-lama kayak gitu. Tapi ya harapannya sih nggak cuman mengandalkan di kelas ini aja yang cuman singkat sejam gitu ya. Harus bisa belajar sendiri dari internet gitu. Oke, mungkin itu aja dari saya. Marilah kita akhiri dengan membaca lafaz hamdalah bersama-sama. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Cukup sekian dari saya. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.